Welcome to Mindblow, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning. In the heart of the Indo-Pacific, where the world's most vital sea lanes converge and the tides of history continue to shape the future, a quiet revolution is underway. Not in boardrooms filled with executives or in the halls of government, but across the vast contested waters of the West Philippine Sea, where the stakes are as high as the horizon is wide. The Philippines, once seen as having a modest, aging navy, is now emerging as a credible maritime power, transforming from a fleet of outdated vessels to a force equipped with modern warships and advanced technology. This transformation is drawing global attention, especially from Beijing, where military analysts and policymakers are watching every move with growing concern. The world is watching as the Philippines redraws the lines of power in one of the most contested regions on Earth, where every maneuver can shift the balance. This isn't just about new ships or upgraded equipment, it's about a nation's will to shape its destiny, to protect its people, and to assert its rightful place on the global stage. The Philippine Navy is no longer a struggling coastal patrol force. It's becoming a modern, networked military branch, ready to defend its sovereignty and project power far beyond its shores. This rapid modernization is a direct response to growing threats and a clear signal to the world. The Philippines is done being a bystander. It is now an active participant, shaping the security environment of the Indo-Pacific. Strategic planning, significant investment, and unwavering national resolve have fueled this dramatic shift. With billions allocated to new ships, weapons, and training, the Filipino people, from leaders to everyday citizens, have rallied behind a stronger defense, understanding what's at stake, their resources, their identity, their future, and the promise of peace for generations to come. A stronger Philippine Navy changes the region's strategic calculus, complicating the ambitions of larger powers and forcing new conversations about balance and respect in the South China Sea. It proves that middle powers, through smart investments, strong alliances, and a commitment to international law, can stand up for their rights and inspire others to do the same. The rise of the Philippine Navy is a lesson in resilience, strategy, and the enduring spirit of a nation unwilling to be intimidated, a new chapter in maritime history, written by those who dare to defend their seas. To truly understand the Philippines, you must first understand its deep and enduring relationship with the sea. The ocean is not just a backdrop, it is the very stage upon which the nation's story unfolds, shaping its destiny and daily life. This is a nation of over 7,600 islands, scattered like emerald jewels across the vast Pacific, each one touched and shaped by the surrounding waters. Here, the ocean is a lifeline, providing food, work, and a sense of belonging for countless communities. The sea connects distant communities, feeds families with its bounty, and underpins the economy and culture that define the Filipino way of life. For millions, the water is more than a resource. It is a way of life, woven into the fabric of history, tradition, and national identity, passed down from generation to generation. This unique geography is both a blessing and a challenge, placing the Philippines at the crossroads of some of the world's busiest shipping lanes, where opportunity and risk meet. Trillions of dollars in global trade pass through these waters every year, making the stability and security of this region a matter of international importance. The nation's vast coastline and rich exclusive economic zone are vital assets, but they also attract illegal fishing, poaching, and encroachment by foreign vessels, threatening livelihoods and sovereignty. Protecting these waters is not just a military task, it is an economic necessity and an existential responsibility, crucial for the survival and prosperity of future generations. The resources found here, teeming coral reefs, abundant fisheries, and untapped energy, are the birthright of the Filipino people, and hold the promise of a brighter, more secure future. Securing these riches against foreign plunder and illegal exploitation is a fundamental duty of the state, one that demands vigilance and resolve. The sea is in the soul of the Philippines, inspiring a new generation and driving the urgent push to modernize its navy, ensuring that the nation can defend what is rightfully its own. This is a fight not just for territory or resources, but for the very essence of being Filipino in the 21st century. A struggle to protect heritage, secure the future, and honor the enduring bond between a nation and the sea. For decades, the Philippine Navy was a shadow of what it needed to be, its once proud fleet reduced to a collection of aging hulls and fading memories. The Navy's presence on the water was more a reminder of past glories than a force for the future. Haunted by aging, hand-me-down ships from World War II, The fleet struggled to keep pace with the changing tides of maritime security. These vessels, relics of a bygone era, creaked and groaned as they faced the relentless demands of modern patrols. These ships, though crewed by dedicated and resourceful sailors, were no match for the sophisticated threats lurking beyond the horizon. The men and women aboard did their best, but their tools were simply too old for the job. Piracy, illegal fishing, and smuggling plagued the seas, while China's assertiveness grew in the West Philippine Sea. The Navy's outdated ships struggled to keep up with fast-moving intruders and foreign vessels encroaching on Philippine waters. The Navy's struggles were symbolized by the BRP Sierra Madre, a grounded, dilapidated ship serving as a makeshift outpost on a remote reef. Its rusting hull became a stark symbol of both defiance and neglect. Courage alone could not deter modern fleets. The world's most advanced navies sailed nearby, highlighting the vast technological gap that separated the Philippines from its rivals. The Navy could barely patrol its own waters, let alone project power into its vast, exclusive economic zone. With thousands of islands and a sprawling coastline, the challenge was immense, and the resources painfully limited. This vulnerability invited aggression and undermined regional stability. Each incursion, each tense standoff, was a reminder of how exposed the nation had become. Stories of wooden fishing boats outrunning Navy patrols were common and embarrassing. Even the most basic law enforcement at sea became a struggle, eroding public confidence. The gap between threats and capability became dangerously wide, leaving the country's maritime domain vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. Leaders and citizens alike realized change was urgent. The call for a stronger, more capable Navy grew louder, echoing across the archipelago. The Philippines could no longer police its maritime domain with a fleet stuck in the past. The world was changing, and the nation's security depended on keeping up. The time for bold action had arrived. A new era was dawning, and with it, the hope of transformation. The stage was set for transformation. The ghosts of the neglected fleet would soon give way to a new generation, ready to defend the nation's future. The turning point came with the revised AFP Modernization program, the Horizon series. This wasn't just procurement, it was a strategic overhaul. Horizon 1 focused on internal security, but Horizons 2 and 3 targeted external defense. The goal, a military capable of credible deterrence. Driven by bold leaders, the Philippines committed to sovereignty, securing political will and funding for a multi-decade plan. The core idea, minimum credible defense, not matching superpowers, but making any aggressor think twice. The focus shifted to modern, multi-role assets for patrol, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare. No more second-hand ships. The Philippines began acquiring state-of-the-art platforms from top global manufacturers. Quality replaced quantity, and a new fleet began to take shape. The Horizon program sent a clear message. The Philippines was serious about defense. This was the blueprint for a 21st century Navy. Under the Horizon program, the Philippine Navy's fleet has been transformed. The Jose Rizal-class frigates built in South Korea are a quantum leap. Equipped with modern sensors and missiles, they provide true blue water capability. These ships can patrol, monitor, and engage threats far from shore. Modernization goes beyond two ships. New corvettes, offshore patrol vessels, and fast Acero-class missile boats expand the fleet's reach and lethality. These vessels, armed with precision-guided missiles, offer a potent asymmetric threat. The Navy is also moving toward its first-ever submarine fleet, likely from France, an ultimate game-changer for regional deterrence. Submarines will allow the Philippines to operate unseen and hold enemy assets at risk. Shore-based BrahMos missile batteries and upgraded naval air assets create a formidable networked defense. New anti-submarine helicopters and patrol aircraft round out the force. This combination of ships, submarines, missiles, and aircraft is creating a multi-domain force that few expected. The Philippine Navy is now a force to be reckoned with. A modern Navy is built on the skill and dedication of its people. The Philippine Navy has reformed recruitment and training, attracting the best and brightest from across the country. Today's sailors are better educated, more technically proficient, and rigorously trained. Training now includes stints at top global academies and advanced simulation centers at home. Crews are prepared for everything from anti-submarine warfare to air defense. The curriculum emphasizes strategy, international law, and joint operations, fostering adaptability and initiative. This cultural shift is creating maritime professionals, not just sailors. Morale and pride are at an all-time high, with sailors motivated by a clear sense of purpose. The new generation is the heart of the Navy's modernization. They are ready to sail into harm's way if necessary. The future of the Philippine Navy rests in capable hands. A modern fleet needs a modern command structure. The Philippine Navy has invested in a cutting-edge C4 ISR network, the nervous system of the force. New command centers fuse data from ships, aircraft, radar, and satellites into a single operational picture. Commanders now have real-time situational awareness and can coordinate multi-domain responses instantly. Leadership reforms have promoted tech-savvy, strategic commanders and empowered junior officers. Old, rigid structures are being replaced by agile, decentralized models. Innovation and professional military education are now priorities. The result? A smarter, faster, more integrated force. The Navy's brains now match its brawn. The Philippines is not transforming alone, it's strengthening alliances with key partners. The U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty has been revitalized, with deeper cooperation and joint patrols. The U.S. provides funding, training, and technical support, helping integrate new systems and platforms. Closer ties with Japan and Australia bring new patrol vessels, equipment, and joint exercises. These partnerships build interoperability and trust, reinforcing the rule of law at sea. Alliances are about upholding international law and freedom of navigation, not confronting any single country. Together, these nations create a web of security that deters aggression. The network of alliances is a force multiplier, making the Philippine Navy far stronger. Regional stability is now a shared mission. By 2025, the transformation of the Philippine Navy stands as a testament to national resolve. New ships and systems are symbols of pride and a renewed commitment to sovereignty. The Philippines is now a key contributor to regional security, not a weak link. A credible Navy ensures vital sea lanes remain open and disputes are managed by law, not force. This shift reassures neighbors and deters aggression. Modernization is ongoing, but the foundation is strong. Plans, partnerships, and political will are in place. The Filipino spirit and love of country guarantee this progress will continue. This is the dawn of a new era. The Philippines of 2025 is proud, capable, and ready to defend its rights. The sailors of the Philippine Navy stand as vigilant guardians and a beacon for a rules-based order. They embody the unbreakable spirit of the Filipino people. Watch this space. The story is just beginning.